In this module, we will see that how the social action can be defined. Social action can be defined that this is an individual, group, or community effort which basically aim to bring the changes in social legislation and welfare activities. And this definition is given by Walter Friedlander, which manifest that social action can be used in the social casework process, which basically deals with the individuals and try to solve the problems of the individual. And in casework, we use the case-by-case approach. But social action can also be very effective to cater the needs of the individuals. Simultaneously, the social action can be used for the crops and majorly for the community development and for the community organization. Social action try to bring change in the structural mechanism of the society, and this is possible to bring reforms in the social legislation, to introduce the new laws for the welfare of the people, to change the societal mechanism, and to render the direct welfare services to the community. Social action can also be defined according to the Sanford Solander, who says that social action in the field of social work is a process of individual, group, or entire group endeavor within the context of social work philosophy, knowledge, and skills. Its objective is to enhance the welfare of society through modifying the social policy and functioning of the structure, working to obtain new process and services. Which means that social work, being the fourth method of social work profession, the social action, very much based upon the philosophy and the ideology which is lying behind the social work profession, to help the people, to render the welfare services directly, and to make certain policies, to formulate certain policies which prevent the occurrence of the social problems in the coming future, and to prepare the people to stop the malfunctioning of the society. And the social action can be used for the correctional services for the deviant behaviors which is found in the human society. So social action plays an important role in the modification of the social policies, and it also plays an important and constructive role in the functioning of the structures and in the smooth working of the social institutions in the society. But it takes its knowledge base from the profession of social work, which is basically to help the people, and which is overall responsible for the welfare of the society, and to keep the behavior patterns of the people on the healthy, positive, and the constructive ways. Another way that the way we can define the social action, which the definition which has given by the Social Work Yearbook 1960, that social action is often used to simply mean efforts to improve the social condition or to address the needs of the people, needs of the individuals, which can be converted into the social problems, into the social issues, and basically and consequently which can constitute the social problems and social issues, and can create hurdle in the way of the social functioning, normal social functioning of the people. So social action can be used to keep the behavior patterns of the people and to play their important role in the positive social functioning of a society, and resultantly it can improve the overall social conditions of the society. It can improve overall the social environment of the society, in which everybody has the equal chances and opportunities to avail the social resources and can make the best use of their potentials and talent and capabilities. And the objective of egalitarian mode of society can be achieved. If we see the usage of social action, we see that how much this method is important and how it was used in the history of mankind. We can take the example of social action, and it was used in the Black People's Movement for civil and political rights in the USA, because against the racism, this method was used. And basically this movement was started by few people against the tyranny of the majority towards the minority people, and later on, by giving awareness to the people and by using the social action method, this movement was adopted by the majority of the people in USA, and it became a complete movement, a very active movement to give the rights to the Black people and against the tyranny and oppression of the white people in USA. We can take the second example of Aligarh University, which was basically the dream of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan and of an individual, but later on it became a collective movement of scientific education. And Sir Syed Ahmad Khan used this the social action method to create an awareness. The solution of all the problems of the Muslims of all India Muslim is to get education and then to defeat the enemy and to achieve and get a separate Muslim country. And this was only possible by getting education and giving awareness to the masses. Another movement we see is the feminist movement in 1960s and 70s, which later on continued in the form of WID, Women in Development, WED, Women in Development, and then GAD, Gender and Development. So this movement was basically started by a circle of women, but later on it became a movement, overall movement for the rights of women, for the empowerment of women throughout the world. And on the basis of that awareness, later on, the social legislation was also done. Then another example we can take in context of social action, that is a self-employed women's association, SEWA, briefly speaking, in India, which was a movement for the rights of the home-based women workers, which were engaged in economic activities within the confines of their homes. But these women who were earning for their families were not considered laborers. So this movement, Seva movement, was started by some women for the rights of the women home-based workers. Then another example is a national movement of street children in Brazil, and we can also take an example of Shaukat Khana Memorial Hospital in our own country, which was a dream seen by the Imran Khan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and it was the cancer hospital for the welfare of the cancerous patients. And then another project was also established in KPK after establishment of this hospital project, cancer hospital project in Punjab. So these projects we see, and these development programs we see as a consequence of a social action method of social work profession. So the mass problems can be solved by using the social action intervention on mass level.